Before you buy your next property, there's one question that can save you from wasting years and chasing the wrong deals. What's your buy box? Because until you know the answer, you're not an investor, you're just a shopper. And shoppers lose money. Investors print it. Here's the truth. 90% of people looking for multifamily deals don't have a buy box. They just have a vague wish list. Something under $1 million in a good area with potential. That's not a strategy, that's a gamble. Your buy box is your compass. It keeps you from drifting into properties that look exciting but don't align with your goals, your risk tolerance, or your reality. When I built mine, it changed everything. It made my underwriting faster, my offer sharper, and my confidence unshakable. Because the buy box doesn't just tell you what to look for, it tells you what to walk away from. And in this game, what you say no to matters more than what you chase. Let's break this down. A solid buy box has 5 categories, 5 pillars that make it bulletproof: size, submarket, tenant profile, returns, and risk. First, let's talk about size. You need to define exactly what you can handle right now, not what you wish you can handle. A 6-unit might sound small when you're dreaming big, but small properties build the foundation that make big ones possible. If you can't stabilize 6 units efficiently, what makes you think you can run 60? When I started, my buy box was simple: 8 to 16 units in 3 core areas where I knew that property size existed. I focused on value-add buildings with low occupancy and deferred maintenance, properties that had enough upside for me to execute the BRRRR. The 3 areas I targeted were downtown Vegas, Naked City, and Sunrise Manor. That gave me focus. I could analyze deals in minutes because I knew what fit and what didn't. If the property was too large or fully stabilized with no upside, I'm out. If it didn't have the bones for a true repositioning, I'm out. That clarity saved me from wasting hours pretending every listing was the one. Now let's talk about the second pillar, the submarket. Most new investors say, "I'll buy anywhere the numbers work." Wrong. You need to specialize, no scatter. Every submarket has its rhythm, its tenant base, its rent ceiling, its city inspections, and its quirks. The investors who win are the ones who learn one submarket like the back of their hand. They know which streets attract strong tenants and which ones you can't pay people to live on. They know which zip codes the banks love and which ones trigger extra scrutiny. When you know your submarket, you can negotiate from power. You can spot underpriced opportunities faster than anyone else because you've studied every comp, every sale, every rent trend. That's how I found my 12-unit in Sunrise Manor. Everyone else thought the area was too rough, but I saw something different. The parcel had extra land and the zoning allowed me to add more units if I wanted to. That upside alone made the deal worth it. My first refinance came in more than double what I had paid for it. I eventually sold that property for $1 million, not because the area suddenly changed, but because I understood what others didn't. That's the power of knowing your submarket. The third pillar is tenant profile. This one's massive and most people overlook it. Who are you serving? Blue collar, students, seniors, young professionals? Because the tenant you target determines the building you buy, the finishes you choose, and even the way you advertise. If your tenant base values security and affordability, don't over-renovate chasing luxury rents. If you're in a revitalizing area, don't assume luxury tenants will come running. Know who pays your rent and build your property around them, not your ego. I've watched investors sink thousands into granite countertops and stainless steel for tenants who just wanted clean, durable finishes. They priced themselves out of their own market. You can't cash flow off of pride. The fourth pillar is returns. Every buy box should have financial boundaries. For me, that means minimum cash on cash, a targeted cap rate, and a timeline for refinance. When I underwrite, I want to know, if I invest $100,000 today, when do I get that back? What's my stabilized value going to look like? And what does the refinance look like 6 or 12 months out? If a deal can't hit my numbers, I move on. No exceptions. Because flexibility is what kills discipline. I'd rather do one deal that fits perfectly than 10 that keep me busy but broke. And by the way, all of these formulas and templates are inside of my free 12-step mini course. It's the same system that I used to go from broke to over $6 million in portfolio value. If you haven't grabbed it yet, the link's below. The fifth pillar is risk. Every investor loves reward, but few measure risk correctly. You need to define what's going to keep you up at night and then bake that into your buy box. For some, that's heavy rehab. For others, it's tenant turnover. For me, I prefer controllable risk, things that I can fix with planning, not prayers. I'll take a property with rough interiors and good bones over a perfect looking building with bad tenants any day. I can fix paint and flooring. I can't fix people who don't pay rent. And this is where new investors get crushed. They ignore risk tolerance until they're in too deep. Then they wonder why they can't sleep at night. Your buy box protects you from that. It's not there to limit you, it's there to keep you from lighting yourself on fire. Now let's look at 2 sample buy boxes so you can see how all of this comes together. Example number 1 is a first-time investor in Las Vegas targeting small multifamily. Size is 6 to 20 units. Submarket is central Las Vegas near major employment hubs. Tenant profile is blue-collar workforce housing. Returns, 10% cash-on-cash minimum. Refinance in 12 months or less. Risk is light to medium rehab, avoiding high crime corridors. That's a simple, smart buy box. You could find 10 deals that fit that within 30 days. Example number 2 is a more experienced investor scaling up. Size is going to be somewhere between 25 and 50 units. The submarket is a secondary market outside of major metros. Tenant profile is stable Class B tenants with an average rent of $1,000 to $1,200. Returns are a 12% internal rate of return target with refinance in 18 months. Risk is moderate repositioning, value add through management, and expense cutting. See how defined that is? That clarity gives you freedom because once you know your buy box, you don't waste time second guessing yourself. Now let's talk about the mistakes to avoid. I've made plenty, and I've watched hundreds of others make even more. Mistake number 1 is constantly changing your buy box. If you adjust every week, you don't have a buy box, you have confusion. Stick to it for at least 90 days. That consistency trains your brain, your broker network, and even the market itself to bring you what fits. Mistake number 2 is making your buy box too broad. If your buy box says anything under $5 million, you've already lost. That's not a buy box, that's a wish list. Narrow focus equals faster results. Mistake number 3 is falling in love with the deals that don't fit. I see this constantly. A property looks amazing on paper, but it breaks one of 2 rules. You think just this once. That once usually ends in regret. You set your rules for a reason, so follow them. Mistake number 4 is not updating your buy box as you grow. Your first buy box should reflect where you are right now, not where you want to be forever. As your skills, your capital, your team expand, your buy box evolves with you. The key is to update intentionally, not emotionally. Mistake number 5 is building your buy box around market hype. Never chase trends. If everyone's running a short-term rentals or luxury builds, ask yourself, does that fit my risk profile? If it doesn't, stay in your lane because trends fade, fundamentals don't. The buy box is your permission slip to ignore 99% of noise. It tells brokers, here's what I buy and nothing else. It tells your lenders, here's what I finance, no surprises. And it tells you, here's what success looks like. When I started defining mine, I went from analyzing random properties for hours to making confident offers within minutes. And that shift changed everything because confidence compounds just like cash flow. That's why I walk you through building your buy box step by step inside of my free 12-step mini course. I'll show you how to define it, test it, and refine it so every deal you touch moves you closer to financial freedom. It's the same process that took me from broke to a $6 million portfolio, and it's 100% free. The link's below, so go ahead and grab it now. Because until you have a buy box, you're flying blind. Once you do, you'll never go back. Before we wrap up, I want you to think about this. If you handed your buy box to a broker today, could they find you a deal tomorrow? If not, it's time to fix that because clarity is how you win in this game. And if this video helped you get clear on what a real buy box looks like, do 3 things for me real quick. Like the video so more investors get to see it. Subscribe to the channel because the next episode is going to go even deeper into how to source off-market deals that actually fit your buy box. And drop a comment below sharing what your current buy box looks like or where you're stuck creating one. I read every comment and your feedback shapes future videos. So let's keep building this movement of investors who play smart and not scared. Get the free 12-step mini course below, build your buy box, and start buying with precision. Because the difference between guessing and growing is just one thing: clarity.